Hello, my YouTube peeps. I'm here with some Happy Mail that came from Sandra. There's a box and then this little package. So we'll open this package first and see what we got. This is a 3 to 6 months mud pie. And it has cows and chickens and pigs all over it. I love it. Yay. It's a little footed sleeper. It's that ribbed material. It's thick, kind of like thermals. I love that. I might have to put this on him during this video. I usually wash all my clothes before I put it on my babies. But he is a cuddle baby, so he's all cloth. I don't have to worry as much about his limbs. Hold on just a second, guys. Got a loose thread up here, but it doesn't look like it's going to affect anything if I just trim that off. So, look at that for me. Oh, never mind. Oh no, it was already loose on its own. It wasn't actually stuck to it, so I guess it's all good. Yeah, I might have to put that on Mr. Sammy. Let's see, is that gonna fit you, Sammy? Are you that big a boy? I think so. Okay, now we will open the box and see what's in the box. That was what show was that on, sweetie? The what's in the box?
7. Brad Pitt.
Oh, the movie 7. Yeah. All right, Sandra, you're always talking about how Jason's got his headphones on. Tony's sitting over here in his chair listening or watching something on his phone with his headphones on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ha ha.
Oh, Jedi?
A Jedi.
No. You can't go, Tommy.
Young Jedi Adventures, it says on it.
No.
Awesome. Ha. Now, Tony might be copying this one to put on display for him to look at somewhere. We are huge Star Wars fans, guys. Open him up and see. Oh, he's so soft.
He's big.
Yeah, he is big. He's so soft. Oh, that's so cute. He's got his little lightsaber. Oh, I love him. Wakasu's got a friend now. His little feet. Let me see.
Yeah, son.
Feel him, he's soft.
I'll film him later.
Oh, I love him. He's so cute. Okay. Let's set that down there. All right. Now, let's see about putting this on little Mr. Sammy. I love the little farm print. I bet you'll be glad to get out of these tight-fitting clothes, won't you, Sammy? You'd be more comfy in some looser clothes. Let me see if I can get these off of you. So how's everybody doing today? I hope the start of your week is going well. And Christina, I hope your Monday isn't too crazy with going back to work after the weekend. Oh, and I forgot to text you and let you know Tony's appointment went great. So that was good news. I gotta concentrate on getting these tighter clothes off of him. It was so beautiful here yesterday, guys. It was nice. It was up around, I think we got to like 70 degrees or close to it yesterday. It was so beautiful. And today it's cloudy and we got an overcast and it's in the 50s, but it feels cold. I guess just because it's so cloudy out. Uh-oh, my little charm fell off my bracelet. I'll have to fix that. I have to fix it. My little bracelet that Amanda made me. My little ice cream treat charm fell off, so I'll have to fix that. I love that bracelet. I wear it all the time. And I don't even know what I was discussing before that happened. I know I talked about the weather. I guess it wasn't that important. I love this outfit. It's so cute. I'll have to dig him out some hand mitts to go with his little outfit. Oh, I pulled your sleeve up, didn't I, Sammy? There we go. And another reason why it might feel so cold to me today is I guess all the rain and stuff that's moving in. Man, my back is giving me fits today. It really is bothering me. And a lot of times when my back gets to hurt me, it makes me cold. It makes me, I know that sounds crazy. It's one or the other. It either makes me feel like I'm cold and I need to just get my heating pad and a blanket and snuggle up, or I'm burning up hot. It's weird how that happens, because sometimes it makes me cold and sometimes it makes me hot. Yeah, Mommy, see? Oh, my goodness. It's so cute on you. Oh, my goodness. It's so cute. Thank you so much, Sandra. Oh, my goodness. It's so cute. All right. I'm going to show him to you guys. Looky there at that little mister. Isn't he a doll? Oh my goodness. He's so cute. Okay. Now, I wanted to have a little discussion about, I guess, a couple of incidences that has happened in my life that lets me know that God is present. One of the stories is kind of emotional, so I will try to get through it without crying. Growing up, my papa was my hero. That was my mom's dad. And I spent every moment that I could with him. I mean, if school was out, usually I was at my papa's. And if you've watched I think it was my Get to Know Me tag, where I talked about his dairy farm. So, he came down with cancer, and, towards the end, he, had some, spells where his temperature went way high, and he pretty much wasn't with it, and we were giving him medication to bring down his temp, and we were putting ice packs on him and cold rags and everything, trying to get his temperature to come down. And basically we were told that he wouldn't make it through the night. And I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed. God, please just let me have one more Christmas with him. Because every Christmas I spent at my papa's. I woke up Christmas morning at my papa's. Now, generally, I spent way more than that there, because Christmas break, a lot of that time, I spent at my papa's. And I begged and prayed and prayed and prayed, just one more Christmas. Now, all this started happening months before my papa passed away. I mean, we were a ways from Christmas when I started praying these prayers. My papa got put on a morphine pump because of the pain he was in. And even though my papa was somebody that I know had to suffer with severe pain, even before the cancer, he just wasn't somebody that complained about pain. So, and my grandpa had arthritis, and his arthritis was so bad that his fingers were turned so much that this finger was almost where this finger would normally be because they were turned like that so much. He had an elbow that was swollen up real big, and this was as straight as he could get that arm. He couldn't straighten it like that, because of the arthritis that was in it. But like I said, he was not a man to complain. So when the cancer got bad enough and he was on a morphine pump and you could actually see that he was in pain, that was hard to deal with. But still, my selfish side kept praying, just one more Christmas. That's all I ask. Just one more Christmas. So the night that he passed came, and his fever was going up and up and up, and we were ice packing him. And this didn't just happen once. I mean, you know, we had several nights that this went on, and he wasn't to make it through the night. Anyway, his fever was going up and up and up. We were putting cold rags on him, ice packs, all that. And my family wasn't one, when I was growing up, to say I love you a lot. I don't ever remember telling my papa that I loved him, or him saying that he loved me. I know he did. But that night I was holding his hand, and I said a prayer. Lord, if you're going to take him home, just take him. Let your will be done. I don't want him suffering anymore. And I told my papa, I said, this is the only time I ever remember saying I love you to my papa. Told him, I said, Papa, I love you. And he squeezed my hand because his fever was up so high he couldn't speak. And he squeezed my hand. And I sat there, you know, just talking to him. I mean, even though he wasn't talking back. And all of a sudden, I got so tired. Like, I have never been that tired in my life. Because I was planning on staying up all night with my papa. And I went from feeling fine to I could not possibly keep my eyes open. So, I went and laid down in one of the bedrooms. And, of course, went to sleep. The next morning when I got up, the first thing I asked about was my papa. And he had passed away about 30 minutes after I went to lay down. The older grandchildren, I was 17 when my papa passed. He had grown grandchildren. When he passed away, he had 19 grandchildren, 21 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren. Well, some of the older grandchildren were there, and they weren't ready for the funeral home to go ahead and take him. Well, I won't go into details, but I heard details of how Papa was, as far as how he looked and things, after he passed, until the funeral home came and got him. I couldn't have handled seeing that. So I truly believe that God had me get as tired as I got just out of nowhere, because he was going to take him home, and knew that that was something I couldn't deal with. But yet, you know, even though I couldn't control whether my papa stayed here or whether he passed, God didn't take him home until I wasn't okay with it, but, you know, I didn't want Papa to be suffering anymore. It's, to me, kind of funny how the very night that I finally let go and said the prayer of, you know, if it's your will, just take him home, that's the night he passed. After months of, you know, different times here and there, us not thinking he would make it through the night. I also think that maybe the reason why God waited until I had said it was okay to take him is because, like I said, my papa was my hero. My child life was, I had good times, don't get me wrong. But yet, I wouldn't wish my child life on my worst enemy. As far as when I was at home with my parents. My papa and my Aunt Marilyn, my dad's sister, are 2 people that got me through a lot of times in that time in my life. Them and God. And I know to some people that may not be a sign that God was present, but I don't know how to explain it other than the feeling of peace that I had. And when I went to bed, I pretty much knew that Papa wasn't going to be there when I got up. And I had God's presence with me to bring me that peace. And until you feel that presence and you experience it, there's not really a way to describe it. Either you've felt it and you've experienced it, and so you know, or you haven't and you just don't know. The other time, and I mean, this isn't the only 2 times that God has definitely been present in my life, but these are 2 that stick out and that I can share with you. My daughter was about a year old. And my mom had already taken my son to t-ball practice. And I was at work or had to go run some errands or something, is why I wasn't already there with him. I don't remember what those circumstances were. And no, my daughter was not left alone until I got there to pick her up. My uncle Jack watched her if my mom had to go do something. Anyway, I was headed to my son's t-ball practice. And was I driving faster than I should have been? Yeah. I learned how to drive on these roads that I was driving on that day. I started driving them when I was 8 years old. Out in the country, my cousins and I used to drive from pasture to pasture to feed the cows and things like that. And so I know these roads like the back of my hand. I could almost drive them in my sleep, I think. So yes, I was probably I was driving faster than I should have been. Well, the other side of that story is, most of the people that drive those roads are people that have driven those roads either their whole life or at least for years upon years upon years upon years. So we all kind of drive them faster than we should. Anyway, I was headed to my son's t-ball practice, and I come up over a hill. And there was a Dodge pickup on my side of the road. Not in the middle, on my side of the road. And when I saw them, it was, okay, I'm gonna have a wreck. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just, do I want to hit that truck head on, or do I want to head for the ditch? So I literally pulled the wheels to the right to head for the ditch and just closed my eyes and let go of the steering wheel. Because I knew going off the side of the road that it was really bumpy right there, and actually holding on to the steering wheel, I might wind up breaking my wrist or whatever when it hit those big old holes that were on the side of the road in the ditch. So I literally turned loose of the steering wheel and closed my eyes after pulling the car to the right and just waited for the crash. After a few seconds and realizing, hey, there hasn't been a crash, I opened my eyes and I'm past the Dodge pickup and I'm going down the road. I didn't go in the ditch. I didn't hit the truck. And the only thing that happened was there was a few little pieces of grass where I had been on the edge of the road in the hubcaps on my car. That's it. Guys, there's no explanation as to how that happened. I mean, other than my car sprouting wings and flying over that Dodge pickup and then landing back on the road. I mean, there literally is no explanation. No way, shape, form, or fashion is there an explanation that I didn't have a wreck. Whether that was going into the ditch and crashing, or whether that was hitting that pickup. And I can't tell you how it didn't happen because my eyes were closed. But like I said, there is no logical explanation as to how it didn't happen. I'm grateful it didn't happen. Like I said, my daughter was about a year old. She was in her car seat, in the back seat. But had I there was a good chance that when I went to that ditch, that the car would have rolled. But I also knew a head-on collision at both of us doing 60 plus mile an hour wasn't going to be a good situation. I figured the ditch at just my speed was better than having the combined speed of two vehicles. So I know my guardian angel watched out for me that day. And I know God sent that guardian angel. And there again, like I said, if you've experienced it, you know. And if you haven't, you just don't. There's no way to explain those feelings when you have those experiences, the peace that you have. Because, guys, when I first saw that pickup, yes, I was terrified. But that split second of, deciding, okay, well, I'm having a wreck, so we're going this way. Then the peace just came over me. I wasn't scared. I knew that no matter what happened, it was all going to be okay. And I don't want to call anybody out, so I will just say I have had friends and people that I know say, well, if there is a God, why would he let this happen or that happen? It's not always God that lets things happen. Satan attacks the most faithful believers. Because if you're not a believer, then he's already won you. He doesn't have to fight for you. But when you're a Christian and you try to follow God and you have that faith in God, he does attack you more because he's trying to put that doubt in your mind. That's exactly what he's trying to cause to happen, is to put that doubt in your mind that, well, if there was a God, why would this happen? Or there can't be a God because this happened. That's exactly what Satan is trying to do, is to put that in your head. Now, does that mean people that don't believe or don't follow God have an easy life because the devil doesn't have to fight for them? No, it doesn't. We all suffer here on earth. Because Adam and Eve chose to sin, we will all suffer on earth. But it does explain as to why good people go through really crappy things. Because Satan's working on you and trying to get you to turn away from God. You know, it's like the story of Job in the Bible, that he lost everything because Satan, and I don't know exact quote for quote, but the gist of it is, Satan had told God, well, of course he's loyal to you because he has everything. He has a family, he has money, you know, he has livestock and all this and that. And God's, the gist of it, basically, that he would be loyal to me even without those things. And basically say, no, let me put that to the test, or, you know. And he lost everything. His children, you know, his money, everything. And he was still loyal to God. So bad things do happen to good people. Why it happens, I can't tell you exactly why. I can't really tell you exactly why God lets things happen. But you know, I believe that things happen for a reason. And so, that's a little more personal information about me. I hope you all have a beautiful day. And I thank each and every one of you for stopping by and spending some time with me. And may God bless you all. And Sammy's gonna give you all another little peek at him. Isn't he so cute? He's such a little angel. And then when I get off this video, I'm gonna have to find him some little hand mitts. But I love each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I love to see your comments down below, so drop down and say hello, or let me know what you thought about today's chat. And I will see everyone on the next one. Bye, guys.